On the night of November 6th, I was traveling eastbound on Lower Azusa Road, and I was coming up to the intersection of Cogswell, and I had a green light, and somebody was going north on Cogswell, and we T-boned in the middle of the intersection. I wasn't able to go to him because my car was blocking his door and my dog had ran away, so I went to go get my dog. By the time I came back, the police were already rendering aid on him, and they took him away, and they asked me a few questions, asked me who was at fault, told me that the other person said that I was the one that ran the red light, and basically said that since I didn't have a driver's license, I shouldn't have been on the road anyway, no matter who was at fault.
After he ran a red light and hit her, police arrived on scene where Watch Commander Lieutenant Ben Laurie, now Captain, instructed the responding officers not to administer any kind of sobriety test or alcohol test on Jerry Velasco, that he saw him or was with him at the event, and vouched that he was not drinking, which was completely inaccurate. The police that night were extremely quick to be on the scene and extremely quick to take him off the scene and keep me from Jerry Velasco. So it did seem weird how they were acting and kind of keeping me away from Jerry Velasco and kind of rushing him off. And not only that, they followed his ambulance and went with him, you know, and kind of the police followed Jerry Velasco's ambulance and pretty much left the scene, and it left me there by myself. So I could tell that, you know, there was some sort of connection between what was, you know, between the cops and the accident. You know, something was weird. The police wrote me the ticket, and they towed both of the cars away, and it was just the city cleanup crew in the intersection cleaning up the glass, and everybody was gone except for me and the city cleanup crew, and my ride came to pick me up. My car was totaled from the accident, so I didn't have insurance as well, so I wasn't reimbursed or anything for my losses, and I just had to buy a new car. I didn't file a lawsuit against Jerry Velasco because the cop made me feel as though it was my fault, even though he ran the red, because I didn't have a driver's license. The City of El Monte filed a lawsuit against me and the registered owner of the car I was driving. I felt like I couldn't defend myself because I was being sued by the same people that were victimizing me, you know, and their government entity, which I felt like I couldn't stand up to by myself. I definitely feel like Jerry Velasco has a lot more power than I do, and he's connected to the people that could help him be successful in this case no matter what, even though Jerry Velasco's at fault. Jerry Velasco definitely made things seem worse than they were, just so he can avert the attention from the fact that he was driving drunk and it was his fault, to make himself seem like a victim. The articles that came out after the accident portrayed me to be the person who was at fault, or just a bad person in general, and it even kind of furthered my fear that Jerry Velasco wouldn't be held, you know, accountable for what he did, basically, because I knew that he ran the red and I didn't, and in the newspaper was making it seem like it was the other way around. I feel like
I was first victimized by Jerry Velasco as far as being the victim of his drunk driving. And then I was further victimized by the city of El Monte and the cops in El Monte by them covering up Jerry Velasco's fault in the situation.
Do you think Jerry Velasco should go to prison?
I think Jerry Velasco should be treated as any citizen would be treated if they were driving drunk and caused an accident.